Morning, Eli.
Good morning.
So, we've talked, I know quite a bit about you, as in because you're good friends with Kaya, and I love the trumpet.
Yeah.
But I don't have a bias to any of it. So, when did you start playing this musical instrument, or was there another instrument that you were playing prior to that?
I started playing trumpet in 6th grade. Before that, I actually almost started playing piano,
Oh,
but
really?
the lessons, I couldn't make it to the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Reed's has tryouts every year for instruments, and I played a high E on the trumpet, and I just thought that was pretty cool.
So you played in 6th grade, and then what inspired you to join or try out for the jazz band?
Bailey Ann Williams was the first trumpet for the jazz band the year that I tried out, and she played a beautiful solo in the song Misty, and I kind of wanted to have a feature like that someday.
Wow, that's cool. That's pretty detailed that it stuck to you like that. So,
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
So, how is jazz band contributing to your success?
Well, I used to be really self-conscious, and I worried about how people felt about me. But ever since I joined jazz band, I've gained confidence and learned to express myself through music. And I've also become a more relaxed person,
That's really cool. Do you think it's going to affect you in the big picture in life?
Yeah, I'm more confident in talking to people now and play an instrument now, so that's kind of cool. Put that on my resume.
I wouldn't think anything less of that. Honestly, I've always thought you're confident, so surprising that you're saying that. But I'm sure that this has just made you go to another level. So proud of what you've accomplished so far. Your trumpet playing, I just like to close my eyes and just marvel on the sound that's coming out of that horn. So great job so far. Keep it going. There's still more to come, and hopefully you could take it to another level so we could take over at Bellevue. Okay? Thanks.
Thank you.
Good morning, Kaya. Basically, just start off and tell me a little about how it began and where you're at with music.
Well, let's just say it started with my mom forcing me to do piano, but later on I started enjoying it, I guess because it became less difficult for me.
Well, that's pretty cool to know that. So, what does jazz band do for you?
Well, honestly, I believe it enriches my life. I think it inspires me to work hard and engage in obstacles that are ahead of me. And it also kind of shows me how my life affects other people, kind of like in a setting. My part in jazz band affects the band as a whole, I guess, and vice versa. So yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's pretty detailed there, because a lot of people don't realize, like in sports, this is no different. It's a team effort, and everything kind of falls together like a domino. So your actions do affect the others. So this is your 8th grade year going out. I do want to thank you for the time. Good morning, Cam. Thanks for taking this time. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and as in what instruments do you play?
I'm Cameron. I'm 14 years old, and I play the drums.
How long you been playing music?
I've been playing music. Well, my dad was teaching me a little piano when I was really young, but I've been actually playing music music with people since 6th grade.
That's great. So, let me ask you, what does jazz band do for you?
It helps me learn and grow as a person, and it teaches me many life lessons. And it also helps me create many memories that I'll remember 20 years from now.
I know this isn't scripted, but when you say life lessons, can you think of just one moment that as a life lesson that you recall?
Say if I screw up during a performance or something, I just keep going instead of just stopping.
Wow, that is an incredible life lesson. Thanks for sharing that. Morning, Eric. So, thank you for the time. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the musical history side of you.
Okay, so I'm in 8th grade and I've been playing for 5 years. I started playing guitar when I was 9, and then until 6th grade, I started playing clarinet because I was more into that because I wasn't really doing anything with guitar. But then when I heard that guitar can be in jazz band, then I started playing more intensely on the guitar during the end of the 6th grade. Then I got into jazz band in 7th grade, and then I started playing it really well.
That's a great transition to this question. What does jazz band mean to you?
Jazz band means to me that there will be memories made and remembered for forever, I guess. For a
So,
while.
I know this wasn't scripted. You just said you were playing clarinet, and because this availability, this resource of having jazz band allowed you to really do what you really loved, and that's guitar. That's what I heard from you, right? That meaning to you, does it go further? As in, what if it wasn't here? Where would you be as a musician?
So if I didn't play guitar, I would probably just stay in the normal band. I probably wouldn't be as good as I am now, but
So this program alone is giving you the opportunity to do what you really want to do. And that
Yes.
was, your first choice really was guitar. That's what I'm hearing. Well, I appreciate you taking the time for me, and it's, again, something I didn't know, and I'm finding out just in the short minute we're spending with each other. Thank you. Good morning, Isaiah. This is Isaiah Morris. What instrument do you play?
Play tenor saxophone.
So how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since 6th grade, but I've been wanting to play when I was in 5th grade, I had this dream of playing saxophone. So I fulfilled it in 6th grade when I came here and I saw the jazz band. I saw the saxophone section, and I really wanted to play saxophone. So I tried it out, and I loved it. And I
So,
just went
so
out from
you
there.
were in 5th grade, and then you came to the middle school, and when you said you saw the sax section.
Yeah, it just
was
made my...
Were you, was it were they doing a presentation or something? You saw
Well-
them listening?
I just walked into the rehearsals to put
Oh.
my alto saxophone. I used to play the alto sax before I played the tenor. And I saw all the saxophones lined up, and it just inspired me to put. Made me want to play in the jazz band.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
okay. Okay. So, what does jazz band mean to you?
well, jazz band does many things for me. It helps me meet new people, like Branford Marsalis. I would have never met him if I would never had been in this band. And that's one of the best things that I'll ever experience in this band. That's one of my best memories.
It's historical.
Yeah, I would have never done that. if
You'll
I
be able to
would've-
share that with many, many
Yeah.
people to come. So, yeah, that one's pretty, that's a great story right there. So, what do you see down the road as in?
I see me want to play in high school, and I would like to go further than that and eventually play in a college ensemble, maybe go, I don't know, professional, maybe.
I see you're wearing a Willamette basketball, so it looks like you're well balanced, musical and do your sports. So
Yeah.
I hope, being that Shasta provides this resource for you, it's been a meaningful ride
Yeah.
here. All right, thanks again. Good morning, Jeff.
Morning.
So you play the trombone.
Yeah.
The happy trombone player, as I see you all the time. Tell me a little bit about the history of when it started and what inspired you to join this group.
Well, I learned to play trombone in the 6th grade band.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I wanted to join jazz band when I was at our concerts and jazz band was performing. And it was kind of just yeah, that's where I want to be.
Okay. So now that you're part of the group, do you feel that you've learned even further? Did it surpass your expectations? I mean, you probably had, okay, I'm going to you know, certain expectations, but were there any expectations that were a surprise to you, that you didn't think, oh, wow, I've learned something about being part of this group?
No, not really.
So
It's
it's
just
pretty
really
much
good.
met up with everything you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does a jazz band mean to you?
Jazz band for me, it's a place where I can just be me. I don't have to fit in. I can be whoever I am, and then I just have to put that into the music. And that's also made me a lot more of a confident person.
Confident, as in being just taking on challenges. As in what type of areas that you've strengthened in? Is it social skills and things like that?
All of it.
All of it? Perfect. So we're going to end up this year. So what's your thoughts on Bellevue?
I'm excited. I think we have a good shot.
All right. Well, your solo has been great this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing you finish off this year. Are you going to be doing band in high school also?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
All right.
Good morning, Skyler. I know you're a morning person, so I just wanted to mention that to the audience here. So what instrument do you play?
Alto sax.
Alto sax? I didn't know you played alto sax. I just saw you as a soccer player growing up, so it was really nice that Kai has been able to meet up with you in the crossroads again as musicians. So it's been fun being part of this little group. So tell me about your alto sax. Did you start in 6th grade, 7th grade, or go further?
I started playing alto in 6th grade
Okay.
in the beginning band class.
And what made you decide to go to jazz? Try out.
When you're walking through the band room to put your instrument away in the morning, every day you see the jazz band rehearsing. And just hearing their music inspired me to try out for jazz band, and I got in.
You wanted to be part of that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What does jazz band mean to you?
Jazz band, it's a place that I go when I wake up in the morning, which is definitely not my
I'm
strongest
with
time
you
of day.
on that.
But it gets me out of bed. Like in 6th grade, I would be like, oh, I gotta go to school again today. But I actually get out of bed, and I'm excited to come.
Does it get your day kick-started, as in your brain goes, once you hit that first, breath of air into your instrument, does it change your attitude of not being a morning person and then get you through the rest of the day?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Days we don't have jazz band, it's hard.
well, that's good. So hopefully we end off with a bang this year. You've been an incredible musician. It's been fun watching the growth. Thank you for letting me spend some time with you this morning. Good morning, Nadine.
Good morning.
So you play the trombone.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the history of when you started and what inspired you to try out for the jazz band.
I started playing trombone in 6th grade, so yeah, 3 years ago. And what inspired me at first to try out for the jazz band was my brother. He was in jazz band, and I got to see all the fun stuff they were doing, and I wanted to do the same.
So when you finally became part of it, did it meet all your expectations? As in being fun, but what else did you find out about being part of this group?
Yeah, it was fun. It was exactly what I expected. And more. How jazz band contributes to my success is it makes me more competitive. It teaches me life lessons, and it helps with performing in front of people, talking in front of people, and
Yeah, I could totally agree with you on that. Sometimes I know you're into sports also, but running the court and doing all that could really block out all the fears. But right before you get on the stage, there's so much probably going through your mind. So what you're learning now is going to give you so much strength as in being prepared for the future. So I wanted to thank you for taking the time. I know you're going to do a great job this year. And what's the chances this year? You think we're going to do great for
Yeah.
Bellevue?
We started off on we're on a good start.
Okay. Well, thanks again.
All right,
This
thank
is
you.
Tyler Moffitt. What instrument do you play?
I play the alto saxophone.
Okay. And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing for 3 years. I started in 6th grade, and it was something that I've really always wanted to do since I have 2 older brothers that played alto saxophone, so it's just kind of something to pass along the torch.
Okay. What does jazz band mean to you?
It really means a lot. It's something that I can always look forward to in the morning, and I mean anytime we like rehearse or play together, and I mean it's just playing music with some of my good friends. It's about as good as it can get.
Wow, that's the way to end this. I know that sports could be one of those release of your daily stress and everything, but I think music takes it to another level. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, no matter what happens in my day, if I just start playing, it just kind of gets rid of it.
Thank you for sharing that. Morning, Bruin. So Bruin plays the trumpet. How long you been playing this instrument?
Since 6th grade.
6th grade? All right. So you're with the band now since last year. What inspired you to join and audition for the band?
I've just always liked music, and every morning in 6th grade I'd walk in and I'd see the jazz band playing, and I just pictured myself being up there playing with them.
Now that you're part of this group and you've been through a full year of competition, and give me an insight to what this band means to you.
It means a lot to me. It's a fun, exciting way to get up and play music and hang out with people and learn about jazz and the experiences.
So now that we're finishing off this year, is there anything that you're really making a point for yourself to leave with a bang-wise?
I'm just going to play my best and hope we win Bellevue.
All right, well, thank you. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
So you play the trumpet?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what inspired you to begin trumpet. Did you start just this year or the year before?
Just this year. And what inspired me was one time coming in to drop off my instrument, I saw the jazz band playing, and mainly I saw Eli with his clip-on tuner, and I heard the music they were playing, and I just, right then, I'm just like, I gotta find out what that band is, and I want to be in that band.
Was it that moment? Was it that big of a moment? You wanted to
Yeah.
chase it?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what does jazz band mean to you now that you're in it?
Well, it means a lot of things to me. Like, it's been the first thing that's really challenged me at all, pretty much.
Well, like I was mentioning to another band member, I would never know that you're a first year member. You play like you've been with this group forever. So I know, speaking to your parents, that you have bigger goals for 8th grade. I'm hoping that you reach those goals. So thank you again, Andrew. Morning, Bruin.
Good morning.
So Bruin plays the trumpet. How long you been playing this instrument?
Since 6th grade.
6th grade? All right. So you're with the band now since since last year. What inspired you to join and audition for the band?
I've just always liked music, and every morning in 6th grade, I'd walk in and I'd see the jazz band playing, and I just pictured myself being up there playing with them.
Now that you're part of this group and you've been through a full year of competition, and give me an insight to what this band means to you.
It means a lot to me. It's a fun, exciting way to get up and play music and hang out with people and learn about jazz and the experiences.
So now that we're finishing off this year, is there anything that you're really making a point for yourself to leave with a bang-wise?
I'm just gonna play my best and hope we win Bellevue.
All right, well, thank you. Good morning, this is Kashan. Tell us a little bit about yourself with your music.
So I'm fourth trombone player in jazz band, and I've been playing music for about a year now.
A year now? What grade are you?
I'm in 7th.
So you've been only playing music for 1 year?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
So you're a 7th grader. You're going to be going in the 8th. So are you really trying to step it up to that next level? Because you will be a lot of people moving out and everything. So
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to. Ever since I've started in this band, this is by far one of the greatest achievements in my life. So I've been trying to progressively get more and better, more and more, even more so than I was before, just so I could be as much of an example as the 8th graders this year are to me in jazz band.
well, that's a great goal and challenge for yourself. So what does jazz band mean to you?
Well, what it means is it's really just, it's like I said, it's one of my greatest achievements, and then it really means that that I can do anything that I put as much effort as I did band. I could put as much effort, if I put as much effort as I did into band, there's truly nothing I can't do. Because ever since my sister played in Shasta band, I remember seeing the jazz band at her concerts, and I've always wanted to play in it. So this is pretty much a dream come true. So.
Well, I'll add to that. Yes, what your achievements at this level is not going to be any different what it's going to be like in after high school or when you're a grown adult. What you're learning now is you're setting a very strong foundation, and I just only see you doing great things when you get older. So I'm glad you shared that with us. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Good morning. This is Ryan Sherman. He's one of the band members, and I want to introduce you. What instrument do you play?
I play the drums.
Okay, and
I'm in 7th grade, and I'm 12 years old.
how long have you been with the program?
2 years.
2 years. So you're going in, finish this year, you'll be one of the leaders next year, right?
Yeah.
So how will jazz band contribute to your success?
Well, basically, when someone does something and anything, that part of their brain will light up. But when a musician picks up and plays their instrument, their whole entire brain will light up. So basically, that makes you smarter. So I guess jazz band makes me smarter.
Oh, that's a good answer. What will it do for you in life, you think? I know you're a lot younger and looking that far ahead. Do you think, how's this going to affect you down the road? I know that a lot of kids don't think that far ahead.
Well, I think that since it makes me smarter, I guess it's going to push me farther ahead, just in general with everything, not just music. That this will do, since it still gives me a challenge, constantly just boosting me up. So, yeah.
Well, and I do want to mention that one of the things, you're not just a musician, you're also involved in Taekwondo, that's
Yeah.
correct? So that's what's really amazing about all the kids here. They're not that typical stereotype that just you're just a musician, you don't do anything else. You guys are well balanced. Thanks for the time. Good morning, Christian. Tell me a little about yourself. What instrument do you play?
I play trombone. I am third trombone. I am in the jazz band. It's my first year, and recently the jazz band won the first place trophy over to West Salem on a jazz festival. And yeah.
That's cool. So did you play last year here? You've been here at Shasta since 6th grade, right? So what made you decide to play with the jazz band or try out?
Well, originally I didn't think I was going to be in the jazz band until I got in private lessons with Joe Brian. I was inspired by my cousin, some other people in Mexico, and so on, really.
Wow.
And so I decided to play trombone. My original instrument I wanted to play was sax, but I decided to go trombone.
You know, I was going to ask you, what does jazz band do for you? But you mentioned something that's a little different, as in your inspiration. You've listened to some trombone artists from Mexico, and that type of music influenced you to want to try that out.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. So hopefully that will be something you chase after in the future. So what does jazz band mean to you?
Well, it's a part of something big. I know because everywhere in the world people are playing jazz, kids, adults, and even people older like Slide Hampton. And so it's part of me now ever since I became the jazz band. But before that, it didn't really matter much.
Okay. Well, I'm very proud of what you've done so far, and I'm sure that you're going to be a great musician moving on once the 8th graders leave. Thanks again, Christian. This is SIL. He plays, what instrument do you play?
Trombone.
Trombone? So could you share just a moment that really, what is jazz band? Does it inspire you?
Yes, because it actually makes me want to listen more and know more what it is.
Does it give you a little bit of peace?
Yeah.
Really, do you go in your own world? Really? So is there a favorite moment? You know, it's only been, we're now in February, that you could share with us a moment that you said, man, I'm glad I'm with this group?
When we went to the Holt Center, we played at a concert. Actually made me feel really good.
Did it make you feel really good? It's a
Yeah.
pretty big venue.
Yeah.
I got to see you up close. You didn't even look at all, one drop of fear. I'm sure there was plenty of fear there, but did you have a lot of fear, or did you just kind of lock on to the moment?
Just locked on at the moment.
So how do you think that's going to affect you in the long run as when you get on to other things in life?
Actually, it won't make me like that nervous.
Okay.
The first concert we had, I was kind of nervous.
Well, you will learn that moment could really be a big factor to your success in life. Taking on big challenges like that and not batting an eye, because you really look like you've been doing it for a very long time when you were out there. So appreciate the time you've taken for me. I know that it could be nerve-wracking just going one-on-one instead of playing music for thousands of people. You know, I'm just one person. So thank you for the time. This is Luke Turner. You're a 7th grader, right?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself as in the musical side.
Well, so I started out playing alto in 6th grade, and then I moved on to tenor when I got into jazz band. But like one of the things that made me want to go into jazz band was that I can't remember what event it was. It was like an introduction to the 5th graders that were going to Shasta, and the jazz band played there, and one of the first tenors had a solo. And when I heard that solo, I thought that was really awesome. I thought that I wanted to be up there sometime in my life. So that was definitely one of my goals when I came into Shasta, to get into the jazz band.
I'm trying to live that moment right then and there. There's been points in my life where I had inspirations like that. So you had to work hard to become part of the band. So I'm glad you chased after. That's a really important part of life in general. When you want something, go after it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does jazz band mean to you?
Well, it definitely means a lot to me. It's one of the few things that makes my day at school like really fun. And like either way, school's fun in general, but jazz band just makes it so much better. And it kind of makes me feel like one of the cool kids sometimes.
Well, you are cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really lucky to be in this band.
Well, I'm glad you're here. You make the band part whole. I guess the best word for it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Good morning. This is Nate Johnson, and so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, like music-wise?
Yeah, music-wise.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
So I've played like piano since I was in like first grade, so quite a few years back.
Oh wow,
And
that's good.
I got pretty good at it, but I stopped when I started jazz band to focus on bass because I enjoyed bass more.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a fun instrument.
That's cool.
And it's really great.
Okay. So what does jazz band mean to you?
Jazz band to me means getting up every day to like do something I really enjoy to do and learn to play my instrument at a higher skill level than other people at my age might.
Oh, wow. So you really want to really be the best at what you're doing now. Well, that's good to know. I'm really intrigued with the whole piano thing. I didn't know that about you. I'm glad you're doing an instrument that actually is fulfilling. So thank you for the time. Good morning, Zurich.
Good morning.
Thank you for the time. So you play the trumpet. What grade are you?
7th grade.
7th grade. You've been playing.
A little over a year now.
Wow, it's just amazing. So no time played in elementary, right?
Nope.
Amazing. It just baffles me how great you are. What does this jazz band group mean to you?
Well, I think it means a great challenge for me. It's something to kind of keep me busy, too. And it also means being a great role model for other kids. I saw the jazz band for the first time when I was like in 2nd grade, I think. And I knew that I wanted to be a part of that group. And I wanted to do everything I could to get into that group. So now I'm doing the same thing for other kids, and it feels pretty good.
You're living the dream, huh? Well, that's pretty cool. 2nd grade, you saw them. Where did you? Do you recall where you first saw them?
I think the Holt Center when they were playing their annual winter concert.
Well, that's cool. So, do you have any aspiration as in where you want to be? Finish, you're a 7th grader, only halfway through this year. How you're going to prepare for your 8th grade year?
Well, I'm going to get back into lessons. I took some in the summer. I'm going to get back into them pretty soon. And I'm just going to practice as much as I can. And hopefully I progress every day. And hopefully I'll be a good leader for next year's band.
Well, thank you again.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning.
This is Skyler. And what instrument do you play?
I play the trumpet.
Play the trumpet. Okay. And what grade are you?
7th.
7th? You've been playing the trumpet very long?
Just since before school started last year.
So 6th grade or end of your 5th grade year coming in. So it sounds like you had an idea what you wanted to do. That said, what does jazz band mean to you now? Since you made it into through auditions and everything else. So tell me about how this affects you as in being part of this group.
Well, it gives me a challenge and to exceed better, and I think that music helps me in life, and
music is like a big part of my life, and jazz band helped like expand that, and it gives me like more knowledge and basically like more awareness because I have to listen to all the other people in the band.
Well, that's a great perspective, awareness. You know, being that this is your first year, you're looking at, thousands of people at the Holt Center performing. Could you just share that one moment when you actually went on the stage and had to blow the air through that mouthpiece? Were you able to shut out all the fears and everything out the minute you had to play that first note? Or were you scared throughout the whole? Anything you could just quickly share on that?
Like while I was playing, I didn't really think any of it, but like before and after playing, I was like still nervous, and like.
You locked in, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. It's an instrument I played when I was younger, so thank you for sharing. Bye.